Today, I want to take you back to a moment that changed the course of my career, where I learned the true essence of being a product manager. It was the summer of 2020, and I had just embarked on my journey at Intercom, a top-tier tech company. Little did I know that 2 weeks into my new role, I would find myself face-to-face with Des Traynor, one of the co-founders. Picture this, the end of the quarter, a critical time for PMs to unveil the roadmaps. My palms were sweaty and my mind was racing as I prepared to present my recommendations for the next 3 months. Des Traynor, my +3 report, listened intently as I shared my ideas. But just as I was gaining confidence, reality hit me like a ton of bricks. He said, "Good idea, but we tried that 6 years ago, and it didn't work because of X." My proposal was gone in an instant. The room was filled with tension, but in that moment of vulnerability, something extraordinary happened. The engineering manager I work with stepped in, saving the exercise and salvaging my confidence. This experience taught me something profound about Intercom and many other tech companies. They don't just hire PMs to do mundane tasks. They seek your intellect, your insight, your unique perspective. Intercom treated me not as a recruit, but as an equal, providing exposure that accelerated my learnings and my growth. It's an environment where even the founders are willing to sit down with you, even if you're a junior person, to challenge your ideas and foster an atmosphere of intellectual collaboration. So folks, working at the top tier startups is not just a job. It's an extraordinary opportunity. An opportunity to work with the best, to elevate your standards, to impress future investors, and yes, to enjoy the financial perks that come with it. Now, you might be wondering, why did I decide to step away from what seemed like the pinnacle of my career at Intercom? Well, there are 2 reasons for that. First off, there was this lingering feeling, this intangible void. In my mind, I painted Intercom as the Champions League of my professional journey. I had chased this role for quite some time, and when I finally reached it, I realized that something broader was missing. You see, some people thrive as specialists, becoming the absolute best in the world at one thing. But me, I discovered that I'm a generalist at heart. I enjoy delving into various aspects, touching on different realms, beyond my core expertise as a product guy. It's like being on the field. Some players are known for their killer free kicks, while others excel in versatility, contributing across the board. Turns out, I'm the latter. And secondly, landing a job at Intercom allowed me to dream bigger. I realized that tier 1 tech companies like Intercom swing open doors to a future of limitless possibilities. Whether your goal is to climb the PM ladder or to one day launch your very own company, these experiences are unparalleled. Now, if you're wondering how I managed to snag that PM job at Intercom, I've got you covered. I'm going to share the 4 exact steps that I followed to land my job. Step 1, being eligible. Step 2, standing out. Step 3, being top of mind. And the grand final step 4, nail those interviews. So buckle up, we're about to dive deep into each step, and I promise you, by the end of it, you'll have the keys to unlock your dream role at a top-tier tech company. Let's dive in. So you're eyeing on that dream role, let's say at Intercom or Slack, Stripe, Airbnb, whatever, but I need to tell you something. It's not gonna be as simple as hitting the apply button. So let's start with step 1. Companies like Intercom typically filters application based on one key factor, the previous working experience. Each role has a specific requirement for the total number of years you need to have under the belt, typically 3, 5, or 7 years. Given the sheer volume of applications flooding in, your resume needs to meet that experience threshold, or you won't even make it through the first round. So what's the game plan? First, you need to build that experience. You can consider 2 options. Option 1, dive headfirst into a full-time product manager or product owner role. And here's the twist. Choose to do the actual job in a small entity over playing it safe if you can. Why? Because product management is a hands-on journey and it's learned best by doing. When you immerse yourself in the role, you send a powerful signal to your future recruiter that you're not just talking the talk, but you're walking the walk. The passion and your dedication become evident. Option 2 is take the inside track. Transition internally within the company you're already part of. If your colleagues already see your value, they're more likely to bet on your potential in a new role. Now, for a faster but slightly lighter approach, option 3 is an ad hoc experience. Think projects, either within your current job or in side projects that can showcase your skills. This approach sends also a signal, through not as strong. It's like tipping your toes in the water before taking the plunge. I took approach 1 and wrote extensively about my salary cut when I moved away from my trader role in Hong Kong to an associate PM role in Berlin. If you want to read it, I'll link to it in the description. And just a quick word on product management diplomas. They're not the golden tickets as much as I love them. These top-tier tech companies value experience over the certificates. Product management is a craft that is honed through real-world challenges, not in the confines of a classroom. Think of it this way: if you were sending a chef to handle a bustling restaurant without any hands-on experience, the culinary school diplomas probably wouldn't cut it. Now, here's the real game changer: standing out. Remember, every company is as unique as a fingerprint, and to land that coveted spot, your approach must be tailor-made. So, after meeting the basic requirements, you've got to find a way to shine in the crowd. Intercom, like other tier 1 tech companies, receive a flood of applications. And to make your mark, you need some things that sets you apart, something that catches the eye. For me, it was about public speaking at conferences like Mind the Product. The key is to figure out how to skip the line. It's not just about a standout CV, it's about grabbing attention and showcasing how you can bring value quickly. So take risk, produce content. In my case, I created a few slide decks for SlideShare, I spoke at conferences, and I even wrote an article about a viral interview on Product Hunt. And let's be honest, employers might Google you, so make sure your digital footprint is impressive and aligned with your professional persona. Go the extra mile. Show that you're willing to invest your free time into creating content. This sends a powerful signal that you go beyond the minimum, and that same enthusiasm will shine through in your work. Consider personal projects, articles, presentations, or even side hustles. The more specialized, the better. Specialize in something unique and create content that stands out. Let's say you're into AI and you share content about AI. It shows that you can drill into a complicated topic, maybe. If public speaking is your strength and you do some public speaking that you share around, well, it shows that maybe you're able to inspire and lead a team. If you explain complex frameworks online, well, maybe you're showcasing your ability to structure a complex problems further down the line. The more specialized you are, the more you can differentiate yourself. But standing out isn't just about catching the eyes. It's about leaving an unforgettable impression. So let's move into step 3, being top of mind. Get ready to make a lasting impact. Let's face it, product manager roles don't come knocking every day. Timing is a crucial player in this game. The key here is to be remembered. You want your resume to be the first one on the table when that dreams role open up. And how do you do that? Well, it's about connections, but not this kind of connection or the bad kind of connections. The honest and genuine connections you can build. Before joining Intercom, I had the opportunity to connect with Colin, one of the head of product there. When a PM role became available, he reached out to me since we knew each other kind of a little bit, and we took it from there, and the rest is history. Personal branding is your secret weapon. It's about creating visibility for all the right reasons. Use LinkedIn to your advantage. Stay in touch with people in the industry. Comment on their publication in a honest way. If you're genuinely passionate about product management, these interactions will be authentic. Don't force it. Let your passion shine through. Personal branding isn't just about showcasing your achievements. It's about building relationships that matter. Congratulations! You've made it through the initial hurdles, the eligibility, the standing out, and being top of mind parts. Now it's time for the grand finale, nailing the interviews. You've probably heard there are dozens of books on these topics. My advice, pick one, give it a read, but if you're short on time, let me give you the nutshell version. The interview usually involves an on-site meeting where you get to meet the people who make the decisions, usually another PM, a head or a VP of product, and a designer. Now, I just have one recommendation for you. Be human. Show them that you're not just a set of skills on a resume, but a great person to work with. Be someone they would be happy to see every day, someone they wouldn't mind being stuck in an airport for hours. How do you do that? Simple, reveal your personality. Share your hobbies or the people you follow. During my Intercom interview, I talked about Jason Fried, the co-founder of Basecamp, a company I love. It wasn't just about showcasing my knowledge, but connecting on a personal level. And that matters. These 4 steps are the exact ones I followed. Steal them, use them to navigate your own path. Lastly, a massive shout out to Intercom for giving me that chance. They're not just a company, they're the reasons I ventured into product management, reading their blog posts, their ebooks, and eventually, they're the one who inspired me to start my own company. If you enjoyed this video, let me know with a thumb up and a comment. I'm just getting started on my YouTube channels, and your support would help tremendously. Now, enough chit chat. Back to work, go crunch it. See ya.